Hello, hello, it's Monday, and it's the 4th of July. America was born today. Its parents pushed it out hours ago, centuries ago, on this very date. And it's Funday Monday, too. Who could have asked for a better combination? Yes! And as though it isn't possible to get any better, we're going to be doing StarCraft 2 Brood War today. My favorite game in the whole wide world, Brood War, getting played by you fine folks who submitted the games. Of many of you playing StarCraft 2 for the first time ever, don't worry, we're going to check out games like that. Today so far has been a little bit adventurous. Day 9 Daily number 317. I did it live at 9 a.m. this morning. And now that it is evening times, it's time for Funday Monday. So doing a doubleheader spaced apart by a good amount of hours to make sure you have maximum StarCraft 2 entertainment no matter what time zone you live in. Let's talk a little bit about Brood War. So I love Brood War. It is what I grew up playing. It has all those nostalgic feelings. Every time I hear Lurker's Burrow, I just get a little emotional. And we're going to get the chance to see some people play SC2 Brood War. For any of you who haven't played, don't worry, because what we always like to begin with is none other than the intro game. So let's go ahead and hop right on into it. Going at warp speed, we have Crimson Spade at the right versus Spaced Out. The map is Heartbreak Ridge. And already we see some interesting things. You know what doesn't exist in StarCraft 2 Brood War? Auto-mine. That's right, you can't auto-mine. Look at how one rally point exists on this tiny little hatchery. Look at these big fat drones. Like, 3 drones are bigger than the whole hatchery. Look, he has to rally, and then he has to send them to go mine minerals. Oh, yes, that is so great. And you see his mini-map? See, there's an expansion up here. You can't see it. Oh, I guess I can apparently select it through the black darkness. I think there's some ghostly mineral fields in there. And yes, indeed, I found them. Here they are. And what we're going to see Crimson Spade do is almost certainly something, but only after he sends his drones to go mine. He's overlording on 8. Oh, no, no, no. You overlord on 9. It is more economically efficient. What, did you miss out on the 12-plus years of evolution of this game of Brood War? What a nub. All right, coming back, we see Spaced Out building in the left an early supply depot. And notice, of course, there is only one geyser that Spaced Out is going to take on 9 food, which means he will take half these SCVs mining and then send them to add gas. That's going to be good. Of course, supply depots are these giant, awkward, oblong-shaped egg donut things that give you extra supply. They cannot burrow. They cannot do anything fancy. And we're going to get the chance to see all sorts of wonderful AI coming up. And the best AI of all is named Crimson Spade. So we're going to see Crimson Spade go ahead and do an expand on 13. He's trying to find the expansion. It looks like he found it. So he's going to go ahead. He's going to plant himself down a hatchery. And early expand, very strong way to open on Heartbreak Ridge. And we're seeing Spaced Out. He's now got his gas geyser done. He's going to begin mining. Minerals come back 8 at a time. 8 at a time. And of course, he's just rallied right here. And if we look at the APMs, ooh, that's going to be a little rough for Brood War. I mean, in StarCraft 2, if you have, you know, say 80, I think you're going to be okay. Maybe not the best in the world, but in StarCraft 1, you need the 300 just to like function, just to subsist. That's like having 2 legs. You don't want to hop on 1 foot to work, do you, Spaced Out? Well, actually, he does. He's boss moding it at 26. Spaced Out, building himself a barrack, speeding things right along. Now, if you get your gas really early, it very clearly means you're going to go for some sort of crazy tech play or some sort of crazy upgrade play, but right now Spaced Out has 1 billion gas and no real way to spend it. And Crimson Spade says, well, since I can't get a queen in this game, I'll just build an early 3rd hatchery, since that's the only thing that builds me larvae. Very good. Crimson Spade going for a hatchery mass rush, and there's finally a spawning pool, boldly planting it at 15 food. And oh no, Spaced Out sees exactly what his opponent is doing. In StarCraft 2, you would use this knowledge to your advantage, but in StarCraft 1 Brood War, you think, what the hell do the buttons do? Okay, I want everyone to take a break, and I want you to look at your keyboard, all right? I'm going to move my microphone along. I'm looking at my keyboard. What builds an Overlord in StarCraft 2? It's S for Select Larva and V. Good. Do you know what button you have to hit to build an Overlord in Brood War? O for Overlord. Look at SO. Like, my hand, like, this is the full stretch. That's the distance between S and O right there. If you're a petite individual, you can't build over. You need like 2 hands. And if you're a Walrus, it's even harder, man. Most of the time, Walruses just like smash the left end of the keyboard. And in StarCraft 2, that actually builds them at least something. But in StarCraft 2, you can be banging around with your giant fins. It's tough. It's tough as a Walrus in the esports industry. So as we come back here, we see Crimson Spade getting scouted by Spaced Out. And Spaced Out really doesn't know what to do. He's just looking and thinking, well, maybe this helps him or maybe it doesn't. Either way, I have a lot of gas. He actually has 400 gas. None yet spent. And he could upgrade this command center to an orbital command. No, he can't! It's Brood War. And you know what you do with a command center? You add a comsat. And your comsat only scans and that's it. You know this weird decision where you can mule or scan or do an extra supply depot? You can only scan. That is it. Doesn't that make that seem a little easier? Doesn't that just feel great? Yeah, it feels good to me too. But you don't have mules, which feels great to all the non-Terran races. So as we return back into the game, we're seeing, oh, a barracks go down. And, ooh, an academy is getting constructed by Spaced Out. The academy that allows you to build the medics. Add-ons don't exist for barracks in this game, but you can still make Marines and medics so good. Drones having a cuddle party. Cuddle party is now done. They are going back to mining minerals. We see some overlords beginning to pop out. Our expansion is now done. Let the intensity begin. Scouting drone's going to get in there. It's going to see... Oh! He gets to see everything! And I don't even know if he was focused on it. He's just incidentally in his base. And likewise, the Crimson Spade Zerg is looking in Terran's base going, oh! That! Because no one knows how to play Brood War. Right? No one knows. Yes, you always listen to me tell my story. Way back when I was playing StarCraft Brood War, you could only select 12 units at a time. And it was Gosu to move 2 control groups simultaneously. Oh man, that was so cool. That's like way back when I listened to Creed and Linkin Park. Oh, I said it. And of course there's some young uns who like don't know about things like Power Rangers and Creed and Pogs. Remember Pogs? Yeah, when I was done playing Pogs, I played StarCraft 1. Yeah, I'm old. That's right. Oh my god, what a cool slammer. What a cool slammer. Pogs. So, we do see Crimson Spade now building himself lots of drones. Because there's one rally point for hatcheries, this means that your drones often march valiantly into battle, boldly, where your units would generally not even want to be themselves, but the drones are definitely participating in that foray, in that fight. Spaced Out has been supply blocked, and as we know, being supply blocked is a mechanic introduced long ago that still remains popular today in StarCraft 2. Supply blockage, Spaced Out doing a throwback, now building that second supply depot, looking good. Engineering bay going down. Look at how huge these buildings are. Look at how big they... Actually, everything's just big. Just big old units getting a layer up. Because keep in mind, the Lurker, the linchpin of Zerg mid-game in Brood War, is likely to be upcoming. Now, we do see Spaced Out building... Well, he's building some stuff. Out of this barracks, he's just holding off. No, now he's finally building a medic. He has now finished... he's finished the... range upgrade for Marines. That's right. That's right. In StarCraft 1, Marines got a range upgrade because they were even yet more imbalanced than they were in StarCraft 2. It's the truth. It's the truth. Dustin Browder actually just sat down with the design team and said, let's nerf Marines from SC1 to SC2, and that's how they made it to their nice, safe spot where they live today. So now I want to point out, look at this build time on Marines, 69 seconds. 69 seconds to get stem upgrade. It's going to be 69 seconds, not a difficult task in the slightest for our Terran buddy Spaced Out, who's moving out. He's going to rock out with his Marines out. I know it doesn't rhyme, deal with it. And interestingly, we see, oh no, where's the Lurker aspect? Lurker's not being researched, building Hydralisks. No, Hydralisks. Look at how slow these guys are. Oh my god. Get there. And watch what happens when he gets on creep. He's still slow, because you don't get any creep advantage in StarCraft 2. Creep's just there to just be purple. So we do see Spaced Out the Marines beginning to move forward. Let's see how the battle goes. The Marines kill off the Zerglings. By the way, you can make medevacs at Tier 1. They're just called medics, and they're free. So, looks like Crimson Spade gonna have to deal with this with Hydralisks, who apparently have green laser sights. He's trying to target fire the Marines one at a time because Hydros really do not do that much damage, as we can clearly see. Crimson Spade in a lot of trouble, losing lots of drones. He's gonna move his drones away to retreat. He has to get them out of there. He has to pull his drones back. Marines are slowly chipping away at the Marines one at a time, so he will absolutely begin to try to save his economy the instant he selects his drones and moves them away to his reinforcements. Crimson Spade now advancing forward. He's going to try to repel the Marines. It looks like he's doing so successfully, but spaced out, ramping up the aggression. And ooh, look at the Overlord spread by Crimson Spade, doing a good job of holding the entire ridge on Heartbreak Ridge. And yet he has no drones. 21 to 25. Now, in StarCraft 2, generally, if your workers are below like 40 or 50, that's bad. In StarCraft 1, though, he has 24 drones to 25 SCVs. That is also bad. So let's go ahead and bounce back into the game. So we are seeing, though, a deadly force coming in. Oh my gosh! Look at this. 6 Marines. 6 medics. Yes, but, uh-oh. We have a couple of third wheels hanging out at the back. An MTV reality show about to get made by Spaced Out's second big wave attack. Trying to target fire. Come on, get him. Get him. Get him. Great target firing, picking off those Marines one at a time. And see you later. The medic's going to go back. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we now have an MTV reality show in the making. 6 medics, 3 Marines who will come out alive. So we see Crimson Spade following up his defense with not macro. There's the money getting a little bit high because keep in mind you don't have multiple building selection. You can only select 12 units at a time. That said, neither player are actually using control groups. Both of them just boxing. Yeah, look at this. Look down here. You see this thing? I don't see a control group of units. Do you? Certainly not. So he's going to be advancing forward. Crimson Spade, though. Oh, he's almost done with Lurker aspect. Lurker's one of the best units in the game against Terran. Oh, has to be careful. If you thought tanks were BS in StarCraft 2, 70 damage, that's right. Well, when it's sieged. I swear, it's 70. A lot of Hydros out now for Crimson Spade. They don't have the speed upgrade, so they're super slow. Uh-oh, losing 1. He needs to take out the tank before it does too much more damage. Crimson Spade again. Oh, getting easier and easier to defend every time. Medics are dying. They're still dying. They're still dying. It takes a long time to come out. Medics. Alright, there we go. There, now they're getting out. That's right, Medics, one of the most resilient units in all of StarCraft 2. So we're getting 1-1 upgrades for our super slow, awful, bad army of Hydras. So now Crimson Spade, will he get Lurkers? He needs to invest in Lurkers. There it is! There's the Lurker cocoons. We see tanks and Marines getting added by Spaced Out. He's boxing things 6 at a time and sending them. He has an expansion that he's mining with a trio of SCVs. And there we see the rally point. Oh, yes, adding on more. Excellent. There is no auto mine in StarCraft 2 Brood War. Actually, in Brood War in general. Zerglings are also a little bit more dangerous in this game. But the tank's sieging up. Spaced Out. Oh, obliterates the Marines. Oh, the tanks obliterate the Marines. This is, I think, my favorite part about tanks in this game. Just look at how unbelievably good tanks are at killing your own units. Alright. Look at all this beautiful green health. See ya. I'm loving it. But here come the Lurkers. See these guys that look like porcupine bears? There they are. Having a little porcupine snout sticking out of the ground. So we see, uh-oh, tanks are beginning to move forward. Spaced Out, sieging up. No, Crimson Spade trying to retreat. Marines have to be careful. Lurkers fire in a deadly line. They're like Hellions, except they do full damage to everything. And they can burrow on top of each other. Uh-oh, it looks like he's scooting forward just barely in range of the tanks. There's a scan. See you later, Lurker. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hydras, Hydras, Hydras. Hydras. And that's StarCraft 2 Brood War. Yes! Alright! Now, for any of you who are unawares of this, as a matter of fact, StarCraft 1 is totally kick-ass, and these players, in fact, played approximately the way that they're supposed to. I'm not joking, right? I mean, with a couple of little tweaks that they did, I guess some creative flares, such as gas first from Terran, transitioning into building nothing that requires gas. The Zerg, though, going for the general Ling, Lurker, Hydra mix was good until he lost everything, but still, important thing goes to show you that StarCraft Brood War is an extremely hard game, but also very fun, as we're going to see demonstrated by 2 people who've actually never played the game. Right? I mean, it's a good old strategy game. Let's see how it goes, right? Let's see how this game works. Alright. Going in the bottom corner, we have Zaga, the Purple Terran. In the top left, we have Kellogg's, the most dastardly of all cereal brands. By the way, last guys from last game, sorry I didn't show your names up on the main screen, but Kellogg's and Zaga get special control and treatment. So see that beautiful rally point? Look at that. Look at that sexy rally point. That's where you rallied workers when you want them to go mine quickly. Check this out. See, look at them come out and then go mine. Notice how everything pops out on the far left side of a building? You notice that? See here it's going to pop out? Boom. Brood War styling. He's getting stuck. Oh! Supply depot coming up. Alright. Let's get ready. Let's do this at a little bit of times 4 action. An early pool. A 9 pool, I dare say. One of the most potent and deadly of all strategies. What will Zaga open with? Well, he too is going to open with the fast refinery, likely transitioning into building things that don't require a refinery. But oh, what do we have here? A barracks outside the front. He has played a little bit too much with Marine King Prime. Look at me, I can build a barracks outside your holy shit. And now as SCB gets killed, the barracks is canceled, and Kellogg's going to sit and celebrate a little bit. No, he's going to continue to attack. And here he is, going cross-map on Destination, one of my all-time favorite maps in Brood War. And right now we have Zaga just now starting his barracks again, and he has the largest engineering bay known to man. So in the midst of dying, he can still research the +1 infantry weapons for his units. Here come the Zerglings from Kellogg. Strong and mighty Zerglings approaching in. And Zaga, retreat, retreat, micro, Zaga, micro, no, mine, micro, surround the Zerglings. And Kellogg's loses focus. The supply depot gets repaired at the last second. And with the good old no unit defense, Zaga, I love this. He gets a Marine. He's going to build a bunker. And then he's going to be upgrading. Here it comes. Here it comes. Now he's going to build an academy. Alright, that's fine too. He has 1 Marine, and he's going to be getting the attack upgrade, and the stim, and the range, to power the lone Marine representative of Zaga himself. Very excellent. Kellogg's is taking an expansion. He's getting double evolution chamber. He's getting a layer, man. He gets it. Oh, the Marine shooting an Overlord, showing him he's not going to be messed around with. Is he getting that upgrade yet? Nah, he ain't going for it. So, now, traditionally, we would end up seeing Marine tank science vessel from the Terran pieces. Also with some medics in there. From the Zerg, we would see largely Lurker, Zergling, and Mutalisk. These players, though, have a variety of strategies that, I guess I would call innovative. Innovative and cutting edge. Here they come. Here they come. Kellogg's, yes. Ah, yeah, getting the upgrades. Speeding things right along. And he's getting range. No, he's getting stim. Yes, and the double barracks play coming up. So Kellogg's now is going to be just hanging out a little bit. Both these players are actually going to be hanging out a little bit. There's a sunken colony. For any of you who did not know, you must build a creep colony and then upgrade it to a sunken colony. And this guy cannot move at all. No moving allowed. Terran on the verge of death expands. That's great. And getting himself a nice, healthy, juicy force of Marines and Firebats and medics. Uh-oh. Oh no, Zergling sneaking in. Can he kill them off? A Zergling kills a Marine one-on-one because this game was made right. And he's going to turn around, he's going to try to shoot. Oh, yeah! Can I just say that, once again, these sound effects have this powerful feeling in my heart that is, I guess I'll describe it as it makes me fundamentally happy. Just to hear that screaming death, just that warm childhood, all that bonding that I did. Ah! And you thought Ghosts were the unit you had to wait for an SC2 to die and make a lot of noise. In Brood War, it's just good old Mariners. There's more creep colonies getting morphed. I like this little graphical hack they did. Look, it's a really big creep colony. Ha! So they're upgrading it to looks like a spore colony and a sunken colony. There's the speed upgrade going down for Hydralisks. Now, Hydralisks with speed you generally don't build against Marines. But Kellogg's is a man after his own heart. Is that a thing? Can you be a man after your own heart? Building Hydros, like, I'm so in love with me. Oh, thank God I surrounded my room in mirrors. Actually, Wilson, I have a mirror right here. What's up, Day 9? I literally can just check myself out whenever I want to. So just so you know, let me just train you with the eyes. I'm looking at you. Here's where the chat window is. That's where my eyes are, chat window. Here's my encoder. There's my preview. There's my encoder. There's the StarCraft screen. There's the main screen. There's the mirror. Starting to notice how many times in the past I've looked at the mirror. Yeah, chat. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Checking chat, blah, blah, blah. Checking over to the main screen, blah, blah, blah. Chat, blah, blah. Day 9. Blah, blah, blah. Chat, blah. Day 9. It's a very common technique I incorporate in all games. Helps me be a better lamer. So we're seeing Zaga make a many great deal of fire bats. And one thing that is absolutely brilliant by the design team of StarCraft 2, they have models for all those old BW units that you love. You miss them, well, they are in the game. You see the fire bats. Oh! Roasting the Zerglings. So we're seeing a contain come out by Zaga right now, but will it be able to stay alive for long? We see the Hydralisks of Kellogg marching just around and to the right. Both the double bridges are being well defended, and here they come. They're coming across the ramp, and there's the stim. And the Hydra is trying to assault from the left, but oh no, he's trying to micro, but Zaga is looking a little too powerful, looking good, but more Hydros arrive at the last second. Will it be enough? It looks like not quite, maybe. No. We see more Hydros darting forward. Dying, darting forward, dying, darting forward, and double dying. Go Terran. Amazingly enough, these two players are essentially even in food. Only just now that the Zerglings popped out. Man, Zaga has 2 Corporal Marines. A bold feat to have accomplished. But amazingly enough, we see Queens. With the Spawn Broodling? Is that what I'm seeing? Parasite Spawn Broodling infest? Huh. Hey, Zerglings come to save the day. Excellent. In the meantime, Zaga, who knows that Marine Tank is going to be his core skill, is going mass Starport. Because, fuck yes. That is a reason. That is actually a good justification. I actually use this regularly. I don't know about you, where I'm like, dude, I'm getting a Fudge Sunday because fuck yeah, Fudge Sundays. I think that's kind of been underlooked, or overlooked. It's just not looked at very much, that sort of reasoning in life. Day 9. I really think that the Fudge Sunday reasoning, just the I'm going to get it because it's awesome. Why not? Why not high five a stranger? I think that's something that everyone should do, is go high-five a stranger. I've actually recently been having quite the struggle with that because I exercised. And you're thinking, how does that have to do with anything? What are you talking about? Let me explain. So for any of you who have like not worked out for a really long time and then suddenly jumped right back into your old workout routine, your body hates you for it. So the most notable ones that I'm sure everyone has experienced, I go running when having not ran in a very, very long time, and then I cannot stay awake no matter what. That was me in the daily last night when I was like, oh, let's talk about Terran. Oh, my whole body wanted to amputate everything. But another interesting thing that happens is when I do a little bit of weightlifting, you know, a little bit of lat pull downs. Day 9. This means that all my tendons flare up, and all of a sudden it becomes very difficult to do basic activities like shampooing my head. Has this ever happened to you? You like work out too hard and you're like, time to wash my hair. Oh! I'm like reaching, I'm trying to strain, I'm like moving my head into my hand because I can't do it. And my friend Kevin, who just moved in here, was like, hey Sean, I finally moved in, high five. And I was like, oh! And I couldn't get it higher than this. Like seriously, I'm in pain during this daily. Sitting feels awful. But I do this for you, so that's fine. We're going to come back to the game. High five a stranger, don't work out. These are the lessons that you learn when you watch Day 9 TV. Well, you learn to be a better gamer. Alright. There it is. He's getting tanks in siege mode. Notice how long siege mode takes. 69 seconds. We see tanks take 43 seconds to build. How civilized. And another hatch going down by Kellogg's. He lost all his drones. He's going to build another hatch. He has his queens carefully planted behind here. He has Spawn Broodling research. Spawn Broodling is a spell that lets you auto-kill any unit, but it takes all the energy. Now we do see, it's a Spire and a Hive coming up. He can get Guardians, which are a better version of Broodlords. And by better, I guess they're actually significantly worse. We see dropships getting constructed, different from medevacs. They just transport. And they're these big, scary, black-looking dudes. I mean, look at this. This is just, I would not want to hop into that for the life of me. Either that or that's a futuristic-looking limo. You fly to prom with that if you have some extra of your parents' money. There they are, getting loaded up aptly. And appropriately. Everything getting loaded up. Look at how many things you can fit in there. And with these, Zaga will Wait. Ooh, a Valkyrie getting constructed. Valkyries do mass damage to air. They do spread damage. Very good at killing Overlords, but he's going to have to be careful. The Greater Spire is done. We could see some Devourers get made. We could see some Guardians pop out. There's no Corruptors in this game. Mutas are the ones you morph up. Where dem Mutas? Dare dem Mutas. Look at that. There's the morph to Guardian. There's the morph to Devour. Oh, I can't wait for him to make a Guardian. Guardians are my absolute favorite unit from Brood War. Oh my god, I love the Guardian. It is the greatest thing known to man. So we are seeing the drop ships move up to the north position, backed by the Valkyries. Zaga, the brilliant Purple Terran, is continuing to assault. And here he goes. Now unleashing in the back of the base. Here he comes. He's going to bring... Oh, by the way, I'm sure you're excited, but I want you to just see how many units moved forward. Just watch. That many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12! 12 units at a time. Look at the control groups. Command center. 2 dropships. 6 Valkyries. 12 things. And these guys have no hotkey to boot. And this man, Kellogg's. 3 queens. Some Hydralisks. And nothing else has a hotkey that I can see. And here he is coming out. Doing damage in the back of the main. Zaga moving forward with his Valkyries. Roasting the drones. Kellogg's in absolute tears. Kellogg's has been left in soggy milk too long, and now nobody wants him. What on earth are these? Who designed the model for the Guardian? Is this an anorexic scarecrow with its legs cut off? What is this goofy looking thing? What happened? Is this a butterfly with tentacles on either side? What is this? Is this a butterfly with a huge mustache? That's what I actually see is a spiked butterfly with a giant mustache. Perhaps a Sir Butterfly. But at the very least, what we're starting to see is that the Valkyrie will give us a 4th of July Day treat. Look at how bright these missiles are. Oh my god, those are the brightest missiles I've ever seen. And look at the spread damage that the Valkyries unleash. Oh my god, look at the range of the Guardians, obliterating the Marines from afar, but the Valkyries are not to be effed with. And there they are, stimming, running up, trying to kill off the Hydrals. It looks like we might have an even trade. But yet we can see that only 30 drones exist for the Zerg. Hydralisks cooking, roasting the Firebats with their sniper rifles made of green. Lurkers just kind of hanging around in their weird sort of lion, bear, porcupine model, wiggle thing. Either way, what does Terran say? I better build more Valkyries. Excellent. So we're seeing Zaga continue his aerial assault, and we're seeing neither player take any expansions, such as the one here, or the one over here, or the one at the left, or the one at the bottom left, or the bottom left, or this bottom right one, or the one at the far right. None of those. So now Zaga getting a little bit bold, beginning to move out towards the center of the map, and now we see Mutalisks moving out in a giant flock of 5! A boy band's worth of Mutalisks advancing towards the enemy base to dance and do amazing tricks that will mesmerize the preteens awaiting in the base of the Purple Terran. A threat, no doubt, as there is nothing more threatening to society than In Sync, which is a throwback if you played Brood War when you were younger. Ain't no lie, baby, bye, bye, bye. I know you know this dance that they did in this thing, but only if you're from the Brood War era. It's all Brood War era today. That's right. After we got done watching Sonic the Hedgehog Saturday morning cartoons and eating our fruit roll-ups, we would tune in and play Brood War. That's what us old-timers do. Not you new school nerds who are like, oh my god, I watched a movie and I didn't like, so I'm going to write a negative tweet with a hashtag all my friends will maybe retweet. Oh, and afterwards I'll watch all the reality shows I can get my hands on. I wonder who I'll vote for in American Idol. Yeah, you nerds. Just go tune into Clarissa Explains It All and find out why I'm such a weirdo. And now we see the weirdest looking battle I've ever seen. What units are being made? Look at Lurkers versus Goliaths versus Firebat Medic. And there's a scan. That's another way of chrono boosting the air around your Terran units so that they can see all invisible things. And it looks like our Terran hero Zaga still maintaining the lead. And oh look, it's the Panda Bear guy. So we do see Kellogg's now continuing to amass a reasonable force of Zerglings by his natural expansion. Kellogg's is at 30 drones. Terran is at 26 SC. Holy shit! The boy band did a little bit of terrorization, but of course boy bands are no match for fucking missiles. That is right, Justin Timberlake and Lance Bass and all you other... Well, I'm not going to try to keep naming them because that would make even me uncomfortable to identify more than two. But missiles are good against you. Oh no, Day 9, you have discovered our only weakness. How dare you. So now, both of them transitioning into a very standard mid-game for both Terran and Zerg. The over several thousand minerals mid-game. So we're going to see the siege tanks land. Oh my god, a quartet of music coming at the front, but it is all out of tune, and the funky beat played down by Zaga. Gets a 0 out of 5 from all the critics. Look, he got killed, alright? He's dead. Are you catching my drift? That's fine. The Valkyries from Zaga hanging at the right. Let's see what we're going to see out of Kellogg's. We do see science facility getting added. Now he can begin to make science vessels. Perhaps he will transition into battle cruisers. In other words, oh! Yeah! It's an expansion! He's expanding! That is so great. That is just the greatest thing I think I've ever seen. Oh, it's so cool. Yeah, because, I mean, in StarCraft 2, you end up, like, with 3 bases, generally. There you go. In Brood War, you need, like, 40 bases. That's what I'm talking about. Now we see an extra bases coming out of Kellogg's. Oh, yeah, Kellogg's, you my dog. And, oh, Lunker. Lunker's being made. Look at this. Control Group 1, Control Group 2, Control Group 3, Control Group 4. That's what I'm talking about. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click. How's your APM doing? It is so high. Just to move these units from here to over here requires almost 10 actions. 1 click, 2 click, 3 click, 4 click. Ha! It doesn't work on my keyboard. But on any keyboard, it should work reasonably well. For the record, I want you to note that Burrow in Brood War is U. Is the U button. Look at your keyboard. You see where U is? If you have Control Group 1 as your lurkers, you need to burrow them. 1U, 1U, 2A, 3A, 4A, 1U, 2A, 3A, 4. P for patrol if you're trying to micro Mutalisk against Scourge. Yeah, this game's awesome. You guys with your fancy selecting all the units that you want and telling them what to do and then they actually do it. We had to deal with bad AI too. Just wait till I do a Protoss game, you get to see Dragoons. Herp-de-derp-de-doo. Uh-oh, Valkyrie's flying past the target. Valkyrie's doing a little bit of damage, but Valkyries can only shoot air units. And they can only shoot air units really, really effing well. And an invasion! Oh no, the lurkers burrow, but barely out of range. No, they do manage to take out one bunker, and suddenly the Zerg is managing to break in. The lurker is advancing forward. The worker line, completely undefended. And oh, they're all taking serious damage right now, but... battle cruisers. Battle cruisers. He built battle cruisers. That's still a good technique to use, I would say. I don't know what to do. What's the big unit? Building that. I think that's worked in pretty much every game that I've ever played, such as, I don't know, Black Dragons from Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Mammoth tanks in the original Command and Conquer? Covert operations weren't nothing to a boss. Day 9. Sexy guy. So... if you've never heard of any of the references that are being made today, then you need to go to the Wayback Machine and hop on Wikipedia the day it was founded and find out everything interesting that we cool kids did way back when we was 12. So now going into the overlay, let me go back to the game. There we go. All right. Battle cruises coming in. Zap them. Get them, Zaga. Get them. There it is. Bam, bam, bam. Man, battlecruisers hit hard and slow, 28 at a time. And now the Valkyrie battlecruiser army is forthcoming. We see many a battlecruiser getting made, BB. And anytime you have terrible macro, if you just pick the biggest unit you can find and build a lot of it, it spends your money so fast. And it looks like he's going to be trying to build creep colonies, which he will then have to morph into spore colonies, which we will then have to shoot at this thing twice before dying. And there it goes down. It's unfortunate. The Zerglings are now moving out, trying to do some sort of counterattack. But keep in mind, Zaga is doing the clever technique of not expanding to here, or here, or here, or actually anywhere on the effing map, so he doesn't have any expansions that are vulnerable. Except for his main one. Oh, Zerglings. Oh, that Firebat did a lot of good bit of roasting. But fortunately, Zaga does have this one battle cruiser that he is not going to use to defend himself in the slightest. He has Zerglings running amok in his base. He has lost many SCVs. He only has 24 remaining, which amazingly is just about the same as the Zerg, who now seems to only have those drones at his natural doing nothing. the incredibly potent armada of Zaga now moving into the back of Kellogg's main. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh my god, it's the Yamato cannon on the high, bringing it down to 3/5 health. God, I love my maths degree. And here it comes. Oh my god, the huge swell of Hydralisks. Oh my god, he launched overdone cotton candy at the battle cruisers, which will mess up their gears. Oh, it's Plague. It does 300 damage a minute, or 300 damage for like a full minute. It's good. See, look at this guy's health. Just draining that health. And now the Hydra's coming on in, taking down a battle cruiser. Cotton Candy ain't nothing to a boss, taking him down. And now we do see Zaga. What does he do upon losing his battle cruisers? He will build more battle cruisers. Here he comes now, moving out. Uh-oh, uh-oh. And the Cotton Candy. He's getting Cotton Candied up. He's trying to take down the battle cruisers. Can the battle cruisers kill the Hydralis off in time? The answer appears to be no. He's going to lose another one. Oh my god, the comeback of Kellogg's, overcoming Zaga, Fruity Pebbles, and Captain Crunch. Kellogg's the man, building the Defilers that are actually a pretty cool looking model. In fact, they look so insect-like I get a shiver, because if you did not know this, I don't like bugs at all. Zaga now continuing to make fire bats, not because they're a good unit, but because, fuck yeah, fire bats. Starting to see how that's a good justification for things, and now Hydra's trying to retreat, throw the cotton candy at him, give him the candy, give him the carnival treat. Did he pay enough with his tickets? No, but he does get a consolation prize of the red gack. And there he is, getting scanned, saying, is that the Hydralis that are killing all my Valkyries? And now we see the fire bats moving in. They don't really do very much damage, but that's fine. Zerg's still going to retreat. He's going to get into a better position, and it looks like Kellogg's trying to target fire, but there are so many SCVs repairing. The first sighting of a Thor-like mass repair strategy was in StarCraft 1. Yamato's taking it down, the flattened Defiler mound. Well, I suck at this game. And then Zaga, haha, same. That's not what you say, Zaga. That's not how you play nice, Zaga. That is actually not appropriate to say when someone's like, God, I'm having the worst day ever. I failed out of school. I have to take another semester. Me too. I'm having a bad day. Happy face. Man, you would do that, wouldn't you? And you know what? I think it's time for one of my absolute favorite moments of the day, which is the Day 9 Funday Monday fail submission. Alright, let's go into it. We gotta blast through it fast. Let's hit it. Alright, come on, load. Oh yeah, let's do a little bit of loading here. Okay, there it is. In the bottom corner on the same map, we have Milk. No doubt an ally of Kellogg's. Oh god, that's... That's so funny. And then, of course, Permeability. The Protoss, saying I used to proxy hatch on this map. It's very difficult when you're playing Protoss or proxy hatch. But Permeability, what we would actually do is get Dark Archon mind control, get a drone, and then build it in the other guy's base, thereby doing a proxy hatch. Of course, they're all talking about, I was a C- D plus D minus D player, and I played, and I got high in 2v2, and blah, 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 blah. So, anyways, Permeability struggling to find out when he should build his pylon, and in fact, he's actually blocking his Nexus. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh, it looks like Permeability building a forward gateway, and Milk building, it looks like a 9 pool. He said, I forgot how to 9 pool, and you know what he did? He built a pool on 9, and he was correct. Ha! Ha! Seeing how useful that notation is, I don't know how to 9 pool. Maybe I just 9 pool. I don't know. That's a good technique that you can carry over from StarCraft 2. Legibility. Alright, popping on over back to the game, we do see Permeability scouting the base, trying to absorb as much as he can information-wise. Little zap and trade in action going on, and it looks like Permeability was initially going to prepare for a big rush strategy, but he has to be extremely careful because now it looks like he's being rushed. Notice that spaces are not tight in StarCraft 1. Things can always fit between buildings depending on their arrangement. It looks like Milk is going to be building 6 Zerglings. This could be very dangerous for Permeability. So he's now going to be building as Zealot. He is rallying it. Oh my god, he blocked with a pylon. That is just as annoying in Brood War as it is now in StarCraft 2. So Permeability, he has to prepare. He's going to get his Zealot out. He has to be ready. There's the Zealot popping out. He has to be able to get ready and hold the rush off. Prepare. Ready, brothers? Alright. Alright, maybe not as planned. Alright. Come on. Come on. Did you see that? My computer was like, ugh. And now the gateway is continuing to die, but let's see if Mill can manage to pull it off. Permeability needs to get the Gosu defense. His Zealot is running every which way wheretofore, except towards his gateways. He needs to send the Zealot to defend. It dies. It dies, so he's going to try to use his Zealot to defend. So the pylon is taking a lot of damage, and it looks like, oh no, the Zealot is going to die. And his probes are going to die. And 2 Zealots pop out, but his pylon's going to die. And then his Zealot's going to die. So he's going to bring another Zealot up. The Zerglings are going into the main, but he's going to build another pylon. At which point the Zealot's going to die. But that's okay, because he's going to try to get a pylon up. But he's bringing his pylons, or his probes down. And then his pylon's going to die. So he's going to rebuild it. Then his pylon's going to die. And then he's going to rebuild it. And now he's going to expand. Hey, now that I'm not blocked by my own pylon and my expansion, I can expand there. This is an opportunity. What are you talking about? Dead pylons? You can build where those pylons used to be dead at. My God, I sprayed the camera. Yeah, man. Dead pylons are the gift that keep on giving. The only gift that keeps giving more is a meal from Chipotle. You ever had one of those? A giant, delicious, thick, double-wrapped chicken burrito with guacamole, and like 30 minutes later, you get a little burp, and what fills your mouth? The flavor of the meal that you have consumed previously. The gift that keeps on giving. So as we come back, permeability looks like he is now going to expand. He has 13 probes. Zerg getting a layer and continuing to make Zerglings. Let's see what defense permeability has planned. He's trying to build pylons to create a wall. Keep in mind, Zerglings can squeeze in here and through here and along this side. So he's going to build a forge. But the forge is going to have a little bit of trouble, so he's going to start building some Zealots, but then the pylon dies. Okay, that's fine. He's going to pull his probes, but then... Alright, looks like the Zealots are going to come out, but he's going to lose a couple of probes. And it's just fine now, because with his expansion done, it means that whenever permeability needs to pull all his probes off to defend himself, because he has no units left anymore, he can send them back to mine more quickly. We do see more Zerglings coming in. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We're safe. We're good. We have Zealots blocking this entrance. See, look, we have a little containment at our choke. We're feeling comfortable. We're starting to build again. Well, the Zerglings just marched right in. GG! I love StarCraft Brood War. Now it's time for the final game of the day. I know, I know! I want to weep and sob too. But I'm not going to. Because I did Dare's 8 Ways to Say No to Drugs, and I use the exact same tools for crying. Actually, now I say that actually sounds a little unusual. See, the thing is, like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the drug abuse resistance education, say no to drugs in 8 ways. I don't remember all of them, but I remember learning about them in elementary school. And one of them was the broken record, where you just keep saying no, where someone is like, "Hey, man, you want to do drugs?" And what do you say? No, 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 no. And that's what I do whenever I get upset. Oh, God, that was an emotional scene in that movie. I'm not going to cry. No, 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 no. You should have seen me in the movie Up. Oh, man, there were children all around, and I was just like, no, nope, no, nope, no. I thought this was a family fun movie. I didn't know you were going to make me weep and break down. Pixar. What a bunch of jerks. So in the top left, we have Sleazoid, the Terran, wishing the good luck, have fun, and rallying on his minerals. And here's one of my favorite things. Watch this SCV. Yep, look at him. He's hanging out. He's not mining. Alright, there you go. Yeah, that's what happens when you just right-click on the minerals. Gertrude gets it. Gertrude, yeah, look at him sending that rally point there. Yeah, you go mine. And when my next probe comes out, watch this. Watch this next probe. When this guy comes out, you go mine. That's right. Do that every 13 seconds. I know it says 17, but these are Brood War seconds I'm talking about. Gertrude now building his first pylon. Excellent. We see Sleazoid getting a barracks before a supply depot. A very, very aggressive opening. He's going to transition into continuing to rally on his effing mineral field, thereby preventing him from actually having his SCVs mine. So we do see the supply depot going down for Sleazoid. And it looks like, no, he's actually doing a pretty good job of always making a mine again. But with this barracks finishing up soon, he could begin to put on some potential early pressure. And there's the probe scouting out for Gertrude. Meanwhile, we see Gertrude also building himself a fancy schmancy gateway and assimilator and continuing non-stop probe productions with all the versatility of 43 APM. Meanwhile, Sleazoid has just finished his refinery, is making Marines, or as they are called by 13-year-olds, Mariners. And there we do see the high five from workers. And the factory going down. Ah, there it is. 200 minerals, 100 gas. Factories were expensive way back in the olden days. And Gertrude, oh my goodness, Gertrude's gonna be going for an early expand. He's building a Dragoon. The dumbest unit in the whole game. Dragoons are so stupid. Every Dragoon that has ever been made is dumber than a bowl of hair. You cannot believe. No Dragoon's ski lift is quite getting to the top of the mountain, if you know what I mean, right? You ever heard the old time sayings that is not quite the fastest Zergling in the control group? Dragoons are not exactly the sharpest side blade on the Zealot. I mean, Dragoons, if you stand next to their head, you can hear the ocean. You're going to see Dragoons incorporate a powerful technique known as doing whatever the fuck they want. And it looks like Sleazoid building a bunker to challenge the fast expansion of Gertrude. The only problem is the Marines are over there. All right, here they come. Here they come. Uh-oh, moving on out. Marines trundling forward. Here comes the Dragoon. All right, he's going to shoot at the SCV. It does 10 damage at a time despite this huge explosion. And here it is moving forward, taking him out, doing a little bit of damage. Zap. All right. Force him to retreat. Yeah, you stupid Dragoon. All right, he's going to pull back, and this complete, total idiot is going to begin shooting at this bunker like a dunce. And, oh, that moron's getting hit by an SCV. Oh, Marines. Okay, now, generally, what you'll have to do is this range upgrade for the Dragoons increases their range by a lot. And a Dragoon with range can outrange a bunker, so you're going to take a couple of hits on the Nexus, but once you can get a second Dragoon out, I mean, bunkers and Marines don't actually do as much damage, because what the... Oh! Oh! His expansion, where did it go? Gertrude is now freaking out and building forges and gateways. Is he actually walled his Dragoons in? I mean, maybe other units can fit out, but Dragoons just need a painted arrowway, man. Dragoons are dumber than Americans. We do see Sleazoid also building now tanks with siege mode. Oh my god, my heart is pounding. Almost as much as all these SCVs that are sitting here not doing work because he keeps rallying to the frickin' mineral field. So we now see that Sleazoid is building another forward bunker trying to double contain, and now we see that the Terror is getting armor. Get attack, you StarCraft 2 player. What are you doing in Brood War? I'm going to research an armor upgrade thereby improving my Zealot's efficiency with Guardian Shield. Little guy, little Gertrude. Little Gertrude. Think like a Brood War player. Gotta be thinking that Brood War style. See, Dragoons just kind of sit around fondling the ground, as you can see. Just, oh, that feels really good. It's kind of like when you make fists with your feet on a really fluffy carpet. That's all Dragoons do. They're just like, ooh, this grass feels great on my digits. So now we're seeing the 4 gateway production. We're seeing probes continue to get made, and now we see Sleazoid with a successful contain on his opponent, Gertrude, trying to establish some amount of units that he can use to break out. How many Dragoons do you think he needs to be able to escape this contain? Siege tank incoming. Siege tanks are super good, and it looks like he's sieging in front of everything, and it falls down, and everything is actually going to die remarkably quickly. Gertrude taking it down, and Dragoons with their range and their speed and their awesomeness gonna do the dance. Gonna do the dance. We can see in the units lost tab, our Protoss hero has lost more, but he is ahead in that resource station. We see, uh-oh, a tank. Uh-oh, be careful, it's a tank. Be careful. By the way, for any of you who didn't know, tanks do 70 damage. They take only 3 hits to kill a Dragoon. 70 damage. 70 frickin' damage. So we see many a goon getting made. Many a complete and total idiot. And now the armor upgrade is nearing completion. A robotics facility could be transitioning into some reverb, but most likely just getting an observer for those pesky spider mines. No! Oh no! Oh my god! Tanks are good! Oh yeah, you thought SC2 tanks were something to deal with. Just look at this, just look at this. Alright, how many Dragoons do we have? We have 8 Dragoons versus 2 tanks. 8 Dragoons versus 2 tanks. Right, let's slow this down. Let's just appreciate how awesome tanks used to be. Alright, here comes shot 1. See you later, guy. Wait, how is that possible? Did they actually do more damage than they're supposed to? How did they kill that guy in 2 hits? That actually... Oh... How did that happen? Wait, is something going wrong here? Wait a minute. I mean, tanks are good, but they shouldn't be able to two-shot a Dragoon. Okay, let me check something. 70 plus 70 is 140? Is that right? Let me just leave that up there for reference. So this Dragoon right now is 180 life. Why does one shot... Wait, why is it doing like 140 damage per shot? And now the second guy's gonna fire? Holy, what the hell is going on? Oh my god. Wait. Wait. What's with these tanks? Okay, wait, hold on. Like, let me... That's right? It's not like 70 plus 70 isn't like 250 or something. Is that? I'm not messing that up, am I? Now I'm actually gonna cheat a little bit. I watched the Funday Monday replays before I do the Funday Monday and create an order for them. And when I was watching this, I saw these 2 tanks obliterate these 8 Dragoons, and I was like, yeah, I bet you think your tanks are good in StarCraft. Oh, let's examine some of the Brood War tanks. And I was like, when I do it in Funday Monday, I will use it as one of the most important examples to demonstrate the salient efficiency of the Siege tank. And now it turns out they're actually broken and accidentally doing like 150 damage per effing shot. I mean, look at this. This is insane. Look at this. These poor Dragoons just getting wailed on. Okay. Okay, there's going to be 1 shot on this back tank. That's enough to kill it. Oh my god. What is with this? These guys are doing 6 damage per shot, right? I just want to double check this. Yeah, that's normal. What the hell? That's so awesome, man. Sleazoid, who's hanging out, he was at like 20 food. He's like half the food of his opponents. Don't worry, I'm using cheater tanks to do maximum damage, but it's still going to be a struggle for Sleazoid because he has all these idle SCVs hanging out, sitting around doing nothing like a bunch of dunce-noids. So we do see there's the gateway going down. We do see, yep, Robo Facility. Nexus getting expanded to, once again, a +1 attack upgrade, which absolutely delights me. This lets you build Reverse. It is a support bay. And look at these Dragoons taking their little Dragoon pathing. Don't worry, I found the end of the rally point. And now Gertrude, taking an expansion of her own. I assume Gertrude can be none other than a woman. Because what man would be like, oh, I'm going to log and be Gertrude. And there's the pylon going down. Sleazoid proceeding to have 1 tank, which is likely going to be enough to one-shot this whole army based upon our previous analysis. Second factory is down, and oh, Spider Mines. Spider Mines going down. Here comes a Vulture. Can it lay some mines? Come on, lay some mines, little Vulture. Yeah, there's a mine. Uh-oh, whoa. Alright, there's a mine, and there's a mine, and there's a mine. Yeah, and look, you even get to see the range. Thank you, StarCraft 2 interface. In the meantime, though, it looks like we see a 3rd expansion coming up from Gertrude. We see Stim going down at the academy that's there. Stim for the Marines, which are units you really shouldn't be building against Protoss in the first place. Not a big deal, though, because to each his own, especially to Sleazoid, who, once again, you see all these idle SCVs hanging out. Rally points, LOL. There is now Gertrude getting himself a Nexus. Continuing to build Dragoons, as they are very good in small numbers, but he needs to be careful. There's some Spider Mines here. Oh, God. Doesn't the grass feel good on our feet? Oh! Alright, let's just do a little damage comparison. We got to see the detonation of that. These should do 125 damage. Okay, so at worst, these guys should have 100 or 80 damage dealt to this, and that should be 45 to this. So they should have 65 health. Why is it doing so much damage? What? I think it's actually doing its regular damage and dealing the splash effect damage as 2 separate things. This is awesome, man. Terran's broken in this game. I'm rooting for your Gertrude. I'm Ruben Curry Gertrude. Who's messing with my ability to talk? I'm rooting for you, Gertrude. I'm rooting for you. There it is. We see the shuttle loaded up with a Reaver, which, as you know, can be dropped with the use of powerful scarabs to destroy the enemy. Look at this goofy little walk animation. Look at him just zipping across like water. Yeah, this is where I belong. Little snaky snake, but uh-oh, Vulture's trying to find a way in. Vultures do huge damage to probe lines, and if you can plant mines in the worker line, then their units can go off, killing off all your workers and can do huge damage. He needs to be very careful not to let these vultures in, but at the same time, we do see a Reaver drop going on by Gertrude. Here it comes. Oh no! Oh no, Sleazoid! He needs to see it. Okay, Sleazoid sees it. He needs to move his SCVs away. He needs to get them out of the way. He didn't build any scarabs. The Reaver cannot shoot yet. He can't do anything. He's building scarabs. Where's Sleazoid's focus? He's looking at the vultures. What are you looking at the vultures for, Sleazoid? Go to your base. Your base is... Oh, God. Oh, the Reaver. Oh, Sleazoid. Sleazoid, where are you? What are you doing, man? Oh, he just comes back and he realizes, oh, my God, my workers. All right, but Gertrude, on the uphill battle against the broken Terran units, doing way more damage than they reasonably should. Now we do see the retreat into the darkness. See you later, buddy. Was fun knowing you. So we need... Uh-oh, vultures are going to go in. No, they're going to pull back. No, they're going to go out. No, they're going to go in. No, they're going to pull back. Run away, vultures. Oh, that's not the best way for vultures to go. Sleazoid. Thank God you're evening up the score, because let me tell you something. In this resources tab, Gertrude's still a little bit behind in terms of units lost. I think that might get a little bit worse as time goes on. Gertrude now just rallying to here, because fuck it, why not? Or excuse me, because fuck yeah! That's the justification. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Probes hanging out, broing it up. This reminds me a lot of construction crews. I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I'm walking to class and there's just like construction people out, there's like one guy who's like walking, just smashing things with like a pickaxe, and then there's like 15 guys watching him. I don't know why this is, but this has consistently been my experience, and I just kind of imagine all the probes here sitting with their burritos that they so boldly purchased for lunch, hanging out. All right, troops, let's get back to work. Regardless, we do see Gertrude getting ready to damage. Look at all the spider mines on the map. It's going to be very difficult for Protoss to break through that, especially because Dragoons seem to not deal damage to tanks. Pylons going down, creating a nice series of gates, almost like it is a tram exit. And there's Sleazoid now going for another expansion up at this north position on Fighting Spirit. This is a very common technique. Terrans will take these 3 bases quickly. We see him making tanks 2 at a time, getting more factories. Uh-oh, Protoss now moving forward with a large army of Dragoons. Oh, and he's starting to clear out the minefields, but there's tanks on the other side. He has to be careful because these are mega tanks. These are Giga Broken tanks. Uh-oh, no. There's mines there. Be careful. And the tanks are sieging. Oh my gosh, this hurts to watch, you guys. Oh my god. How are tanks that good? I have to rewind. Ew. Alright, I'm hitting B. Alright, oh my god. I'm hitting B. And now I'm hitting L. Not very nice. Sleazoid exploiting his Gosu Mega Giga tanks, doing absurd amounts of damage, but Gertrude will not be thwarted. He has lost 3 times as much stuff as his opponent, and by 3 I mean like 2, but a lot. Gertrude taking yet another expansion. We see the big push coming out by Sleazoid, but at the same time, uh-oh! Oh my god! Oh, and there it's unloading, and at the same time, we see that this front is going to get absolutely wrecked. But oh no, there it is! Scarabs! Scarabs! Protoss units. Oh, but in the meantime, we see total devastation going on at the front. Come on, come on. No, they keep two-shotting us. Oh my gosh, that's so brutal. How can it one-shot? How can it do that? Is he really gonna win this? What is with this? Okay, look. Who made this mod? Okay, we gotta come back to when it's just one-on-one. Okay. Okay, what am I? Okay. 70. Okay, that's 128. Okay, is this true? Is that am I messing up? Is this not what I learned? I mean, like, what if I mean, if someone was like, solve for x, this would be like, oh yeah, x equals 1. Yeah, 70 is just always more than 128. Like, what is going on? Look at this. Here it comes. Fuck. Okay, don't get me wrong. Tanks were bullshit in Brood War. I hated playing against tanks. It was so annoying. Because every once in a while I'd be like, Herpky-der, I'm going to play Protoss and it's going to be great. And he'd have like 4 tanks in a valley and I'd have 1,000 Dragoons and I couldn't break him. But they were still killing me at 70 damage at a time. This is absurd. This is a tank out in the open, one-handed shooting at like a toe on a Dragoon. They don't even have toe. They're mechanical creatures that have been brought back from the dead to wander around and make little frickin'... Well, I guess they do have toes, because in this story they're making fists in the nice grassy carpet, and it shoots once, and it causes total heart failure. Dragoons don't have hearts. Day 9. It's so stupid. That is so absurd. What is going on? Who made this map? Sleazoid. Sleazoid, did you host this map? Is that why your name's Sleazoid? Look at you using one. Look at his hotkeys. 1 command center, 1 barracks. Everything else is getting clicked on. And also everything else is dead. Oh my god, it looks like some damage was dealt. Actually, we gotta back up. While I was freaking out about damage being dealt, this little Reaver. Oh, have you been busy, Mr. Reaver? Have you been busy? Uh-oh, looks like he was busy during that whole battle. Oh, this is gonna be good. Mr. Reaver, Mr. Reaver. Okay, first, he doesn't start out looking so good. I'm worried about Mr. Reaver, but then... Yeah! Give it to him, Gertrude. Lay it on. Yeah, Gertrude. Gertrude, bringing a noise, shooting him. I'm gonna turn around and this guy's dead. Shooting the tank, and then shooting another one at the tank. Killing him off. Killing Marines. Killing more CBs. Gertrude's Reaver. Killing him off. Kill off another one, Gertrude. Atta girl. And kill off this tank as well, Gertrude. Gertrude. Gertrude, shoot him, Gertrude. Come on, Gertrude. You have a Reaver, Gertrude. Yeah, there it is, Gertrude. Alright, you died, but that's cool, man. That Reaver was awesome, man. In the unit counting station, we see 16 SCVs versus 41 probes. But the problem is, each of these tanks counts as like 15 tanks because of the amount of damage that they do. At the start of the game, we did see 8 SCVs lose to 2 tanks. So right now, Sleazoid is still in a good position. I gotta see this. God, the tanks do so much damage. Be careful, Gertrude. It's dangerous out there, Gertrude. Oh. Oh, the mines! What is with these mines? What is this, a Super Saiyan mine? This is stupid. Wait, hold on. A mine does a mine nearly just one-shotted a Dragoon. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay, look at this guy at full health. Like, all the way down to 58. Look at all these guys. They're all dark red, orange. Oh, God! Another mine went off, and I almost pooped myself. But of course, as usual, both players are transitioning into a mid-game that involves thousands and thousands and thousands of resources. How standardo. How standardo. We see yet more tanks and vultures and implements of destruction getting constructed by both players, but Sleazoid has 2 tanks, which is the equivalent of a Max Terran army in StarCraft 2. God, who made this map? What a super giga hero, man. This guy got an upgrade. He is totally using a Chrysogrim. Seriously, who gave this guy the rainbow sword? Wow, there's the shuttle moving out. Gertrude. Gertrude, uh-oh. Uh-oh, Gertrude moving in for some damage. We see more Dragoons getting positioned to try to clear out these mines, but there's 3 tanks. You have to be so careful because 3 tanks will kill your whole army, but no! Gertrude with the cleanup committee. Sleazoid with the absolutely no response committee, more commonly known as any governmental committee. LOL. Gertrude getting out with this shuttle, and I love the fact that it's a real shuttle model in this StarCraft II Brood War mod. That's so sick. And here we do have the Northern Command Center with a rally point on the minerals so that the SCV doesn't mine. Don't do that anymore, Sleazoid. It's very bad for you, Sleazoid. So now we're coming back to the game. He's going to continue to make more SCVs that are rallied to positions where they won't necessarily be mining. Like these two guys are not mining. This guy over here, he's not mining. If we come to the natural expansion, we do have a Goliath. That's pretty cool. And now we have, oh my god! It's going to be 7 siege tanks. Oh god, it's going to be so one-sided. He has 44 Dragoons out right now. He has 40 frickin' 4 of them spread out all over the map. And I don't know if it'll be enough to take out these tanks. I genuinely don't. Here's a pack, there a pack, everywhere a pack. Uh-oh, here they are moving forward. It could be the final confrontation, and there it is. Oh, goodbye, Dragoons. I'll miss you so much. Ugh. Oh, and all the Dragoons moving forward. Okay, let's actually come back. All right, there's excitement and explosions and death and destruction, but of course something's going wrong. Let's go to the unit counting station. We have 54 Dragoons out right now. 54 Dragoons. Here it comes. We now have 51 Dragoons. We also have 10 tanks at the start of this battle. Alright. Protoss is now down. He's down 10 Dragoons. Alright. And the battle's almost done. More Dragoons are coming in. Alright. He's lost like 20 of them. Terran's lost 2 tanks, though. This could be a problem for Terran. But for the most part, it's not actually going to be a problem for Terran. Alright, so Protoss lost 25 plus Dragoons, and Terran lost a couple tanks. But it's okay, because Gertrude does have this shuttle. It's going to kill workers that may or may not be mining, like this one. More Dragoons continuing to get gathered and clustered. Dragoons in packs all about the map. Dragoons in mass production over here. Moving forward with Corporal Tanks of Doom all over. And they do have the 1-1 upgrades. Oh no, that means that they're going to be doing 75 damage a shot, which who knows how much that is in this version of SC2 Brood War. But they're not siege. They can't exploit how broken and bullshit they are. But Gertrude, not going to take advantage of it. It seems he has plans for his Dragoons that don't make any sense, like running them into minefields. But that's okay, because Terran still has yet to siege, and there's the siege mode coming up, and let's see how much damage it does. A bullshit amount of it. Look out, there's mines! There's mines! Oh, that hurts so much. And at the same time, oh no! Not sieged, Gertrude! Making the push to play that could win him the game. It's 127 food to 27 food in the resource counting station. In the units lost station. Holy crap, Gertrude, you are a troopette. Sleazoid has 15 SCVs and a boatload of money. Let's see if the trust fund's going to pay off. We see some Goliaths coming up. Well, Goliaths aren't broken BS units, so it's going to be a little bit tough for him to advance forward. There's one siege tank getting sieged up. Oh no, he loses the siege tank. 2 more siege tanks getting sieged up, doing massive amounts of damage, but Gertrude zerging the front with Dragoons in a display of cunning bravery, unseen in all creation. Get him, Gertrude, get him. Sleazoid left the game without a GG, and ladies and gentlemen, that is the origination of the no GG play. It was in StarCraft II Brood War that originally became famous. All you now playing in your little Platinum, Diamond, Grandmaster, Master Leagues, not GGing in various tournaments and that sort of thing, started in Brood War. Ding! So that's going to wrap up today's Funday Monday. I hope you enjoyed the throwback. I certainly did, and I also found out tanks are bullshit. In exciting news, the next week's Funday Monday topic is as follows. Submit a replay to Monday at day9.tv of you playing Protoss, and you may not build pylons in your base. You may not build pylons in your main base. They must be scattered about the map, likely hidden because you don't want your opponent finding them. No pylons in your main base. Definitely would love to see those for next week. For now, I shall depart, and it's time for Terran Week to continue tomorrow with Terran vs. Zerg, and then Terran vs. Terran, and then Terran vs. Protoss, wrapping it up on Thursday. Go to NASL.tv, watch me at the grand finals of the North American Star League. I cannot wait. I'm gonna go. Hope you loved it. I certainly did. Na 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 bum bum ba da da na 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 ba dum bum. Way cool. Na 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 bum bum ba ba da na 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 ba dum bum. Bye guys. Da da dum.